Hello there and welcome to a Champions League preview where we see Liverpool facing Atalanta in the Champions League as well tomorrow night at 8 o'clock at Anfield. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm hoping it's going to be a good game. If it's anywhere near like the last time we played them, it's going to be a good game, hopefully. What do you think in the comments below? Who do you think is going to be playing tomorrow night for Liverpool? And also, what do you think the result is going to be at the end of the night? It's going to be a good game. I truly feel it will be a good game. If I look at Atalanta, and I was surprised when I heard this, so I had to go look at it myself to make sure that it was right. In their last 5 games, they've only won 1 game, and that was against a team in Serie A called Crotone, or Crotone, however you say their names in Serie A. They drew to Ajax in the Champions League. They lost 5-0 to Liverpool last time out in the Champions League as well. They drew to Inter Milan, which is no mean feat. That's actually probably a pretty positive result considering Inter Milan and the firepower that they have. And at Spezia as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure who Spezia are, but that's probably a bit of a negative result for these guys as well. I also want to go and have a look and see what the squad is for Atalanta and see if they've got any injuries from the last time out as well. I'm not entirely sure whether this one will tell me. I don't think it will, which isn't a problem. That's not a problem because regardless of what happens with the opposition team, with our team, I always try and expect the very, very best in our opponent. And that is exactly what I expect from Atalanta. They can still be a very good attacking team. I do remember Zapata being probably the key danger man for them. And even though they didn't score against us, he had some ridiculous chances, some really good shots against Liverpool and against Alisson, where Alisson had to make some very, very, very good saves to keep it as a clean sheet as well. It looks like it was an easy game because we won 5-0, and I'm pretty sure that was the game that Jota got his hat-trick in as well. But even so, winning 5-0 is great. It's not something that you expect a great deal of. Now this app should tell me. So according to the FOTMob app, they will be missing Malinovsky, Caldara, and De Pauli, if that's how you say their names as well. Now, I'm going to move on to Liverpool now, obviously come back to our team right here. Now, according to, I think Henderson is still going to be out of this game. I'm pretty sure that's right. Trent Alexander-Arnold's definitely going to be out of this game as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Joe Gomez obviously being long-term as well, which I actually didn't realise. I didn't actually know how long-term Joe Gomez's injury is. So that's actually quite something. Naby Keita will miss this game. Thiago will miss this game. Apparently, Shaqiri's got a muscle injury and will be back early December. Whatever that means, could be next week. We don't know. And obviously Van Dijk being the other key notee missing person there. Now, the predicted lineup from FOTMob is Alisson in goal, Milner, Fabinho, Matip, Robertson. It says Henderson. I don't think he's going to be available for this game, and I think we might even see Curtis Jones again, who played brilliantly against Leicester. We could see Gini Wijnaldum, and this could also see us force maybe a change of shape, because if we go with Curtis Jones and Gini Wijnaldum sort of as your holding players, and I know that Curtis Jones isn't really a holding player, I understand that completely, but it means that we could go into the 4-2-3-1, and we don't need to have, like, say, what we would normally have, like Henderson, Fabinho, and let me think, like a Naby Keita or something like that, or a Thiago, whoever, like if we go with a 4-3-3. Now, the other option here that we could have is what we had last time in the Champions League, and I'm pretty sure it was Reece Williams was partnering at the back as well. Now, what this could see is a Reece Williams, Joel Matip partnership, and Fabinho goes back into midfield, which I'm a fan of. I'm a big fan of. And if we do go and play a 4-2-3-1, I would much prefer a Gini Wijnaldum, Fabinho as your 2 number 6s, let's say that. And Reece Williams was fantastic the times that we've seen him play. And I've got no issues with someone like Reece Williams partnering Joel Matip, an experienced defender, and having James Milner next to him. Now, in the back line, There's also the option of having Nico Williams as well, which I think could actually be a good way to go, getting that pace out wide as well. Obviously, that is something that Milner lacks, but Milner was absolutely brilliant against Leicester. So whichever way it goes, whether it's Nico Williams or Milner, I'm happy either way. I think we got Brighton at the weekend, so we could definitely do some rotation there as well. But we want to make sure we want to be rubber stamping our way through to the next, getting out of the groups at this stage. And that's what we want to do. Do it as soon as possible. Maybe then in the other Champions League games we can start to rest some players here or there if we need to, which I think we are going to need to, let's be honest. Then the rest of the front line, sticking with the 4-2-3-1, for me it looks exactly like the FOTMob app is predicting. Klopp talked a little bit about Minamino, and I think Firmino was actually missing from the training session that happened today on Wednesday. Now, what we could see then is Jota, Minamino, Sadio Mane and Salah go back up top because Salah's available for this game, trained, and Jurgen Klopp himself has said he's available. That could be something that we see, and it'd still be a very dynamic front line. If Firmino is available and can come in there, then that's great as well. Scored a goal against Leicester, very good goal, and had an all-round very, very good performance. Diogo Jota is the man on everyone's lips at the moment, and he is the man obviously getting the Champions League hat-trick and stuff like that, but scoring the good goal against Leicester, how impactful he's been on this Liverpool team, he now looks like almost becoming an undroppable member of the team. Now, no one's undroppable in any team, even this Liverpool team. If you have a couple of poor performances here or there, you most likely will find yourself maybe have a game or two just coming off from the bench or something like that. That might happen very rarely because it's such a high-level performing team. But if Firmino's sat out of training, then that sort of points to me that he may have more of a bench role that Klopp might be affording him. And Minamino can come in and take that role, pretty much do exactly the similar sort of job that he's just not had the opportunity to do himself. And if it ends up being Jota, Minamino, Mane and Salah, I'm all over it. I'm absolutely happy with that. That is a very dynamic, very attacking, very fast and fluid attacking front line. And I think we're going to need... Again, I know that we beat these guys 5-0 last time in the Champions League, but it still doesn't mean that the next game that we play against them is going to be exactly like that. It certainly could be. I don't expect these guys to line up with three at the back like they did last time, because that really did play into our hands and how they played, because they played a three at the back but with a really high line. And coming up against Liverpool, that was just never going to work out very, very well for you, for anybody, not just Atalanta. You've got to be exceptionally well drilled to make that work. Maybe the only other team I can think that do it very, very well is Bayern Munich, and even they got, they've got caught out a couple of times last season. Very rarely, they're a very strong team as well, but regardless, they don't want to be taking these sorts of risks again. If it becomes a trademark of the manager and this is just how he wants to play his football, a bit like Bielsa at Leeds, you know what you're expecting, then fair play. He might stick to his principles and just go, no, we're going to go to Anfield, we're going to play this high line that we played last time, and we're just going to, work as hard as we can, attack as hard as we can, and take our chances that we didn't last time. The problem with that for those guys is that Liverpool aren't playing the same as we used to. So Liverpool aren't committing the same high line that we used to. The high line that was basically on the halfway line. We're coming back a little bit further, and it's actually seeing us keep clean sheets. It's actually seeing us be defensively a bit more solid, a bit more aware, a bit more positionally aware as well. And it actually makes us positionally better prepared for a counter-attack, being caught on a counter-attack or anything like that. Leicester are a very good counter-attacking team when they want to be, but a good attacking team just in general. But we snuffed out every sense of danger that they presented to us, which were very few and far between. We did the same sort of thing to Atalanta as well. Late on in the game, they got some chances, but we were 5-0 up. Didn't really need to be doing a great deal, really. It's always nice to get the clean sheet, but winning is the most important thing of all. And I think that's exactly what Liverpool need to go out there and do, and I think that's exactly what we can go out there and do as well. We put out a lineup like that, which I'll run through just now, just to finish the video off, which would be Alisson, Nico Williams for me, Reece Williams, Joel Matip, Andy Robertson, Fabinho goes into midfield, partners Gini Wijnaldum, and then we go into the front four, which consists of Diogo Jota, Minamino, if it's not Firmino, otherwise it'll probably be Firmino, Mane, and then Salah as well. That's a very, very strong team. Salah will be burst into play after having tested positive for COVID-19 3 times, returned a negative the other day, I think during or after the Leicester game. He's going to be absolutely buzzing to go. He'd be chomping at the bit, I bet you. He does not like missing football games for anything, no matter what it is. He should be full of energy, full of life, and full of creativity, and hopefully he's going to be devastating in front of goal as well. How do I see this game going down? I'd like to see Liverpool go out there, put a bit of a marker down, and do similar to what we did to Leicester. And I'd like us to go out there, and I think we can get a 3-0 victory here. Whether we keep the clean sheet or not, I'm not entirely sure. That's, and it's neither here nor there, to be honest with you, really. As long as we win, I'm happy. If it ends up being 3-2, 4-3, 5-4, whatever it is, as long as we win, we can go through and analyse everything else apart from then. But I truly believe that Liverpool can do exactly the same as what we did against Atalanta. We just don't take it for granted. We work as hard as we did last time out, defensively, in the midfield, and attacking-wise. We can do this. We can get the 3-0 victory and secure our passageway through to the next stage of the Champions League. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What are you thinking in terms of lineup, in terms of scoreline? And are Atalanta going to present Liverpool with some new threats that they didn't really present in the last game out? Let me know it in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again. Have a great evening, guys, and I'll catch you later.